We're going to take a look at NQ, that's the futures for the NASDAQ, ES, and SPX. Also, we took a long trade on Tesla, and we're looking at, if we have time, we'll look at Amazon and Google. But before we go, thanks for joining. Go down to that bottom right-hand corner, hit that option center logo, and subscribe. So thanks for being here. Stick around. We're going to have lots to look at and why we turned, just in the near term, a little bullish if we close above these certain levels. So on this, let's get into it. On the NASDAQ, we have the daily. We talked about this last night. I made a video. We had this channel. We're breaking above that channel. We're breaking out. A close above here would be bullish in the near term, at least for a potential double top. Okay. I'm still bearish in the long run. We're traders. We need to flip. We need to make money. I can't make money on the downside if the market is not going down. And so we started looking at things. The news feed has been just so entirely bearish. Okay. And price just did not want to go down. And so if we're breaking out of a channel on the NASDAQ and we have a possible ending set of waves for the SPX, then we have to look on the bullish side, at least for a bounce, right? But I'm going to show you a couple different scenarios. All right, assuming that we have continuation here today on the NASDAQ, it's going to be real tough because we're right in that 618 retracement area, okay? So the NASDAQ itself, we're right here breaking out the flag, but if you look at the Elliott wave, I'll just pull up the tool. If we have a retracement from this top to bottom, we're right at that 618 retracement. All right, so that's a setup in itself for the bearish downside. Are we going to take that? I don't know. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. We'll see how price kind of acts around this area. We're really light on our positions right now to the upside, but I do like that. Now, again, that's the only thing we're looking at for the NASDAQ. We have some suppressed stocks, Amazon and Google, for example, that are breaking out of wedges. But I want to show you the different scenarios. We want to kind of stick to the big picture here and say, what if this, what if that? All right, we broke down from this wedge on SPX. And we're right at the 8 EMA, we're right at resistance, and we're just still in this zone for the downtrend line. Okay, so it's very important how we close. We start closing above, then we might have a nice size bounce. That might mean that this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave move down. Then we have to bounce pretty significant 50-60% retracement, which would take us right back to that 4,000 area. Now, why do I think that is possible? Always anything's possible, right? Well, if you take the AM March 17, we have the expiration week. And like I said, we're going to have to close pretty strong for this to happen. But if you look at the 4,000 contracts, we have on both calls and puts over 200,000 contracts. So naturally, price will want to gravitate to that area. You call it a gamma squeeze, whatever. We have tons of confluence above us. So this is super risky to take this kind of play. So that's why we're playing light. But if we look at a couple different counts, we look at the, first of all, this is what kind of gave us this area to look at the my alternate count. The alternate count says that this is an ending diagonal that's going to go make all-time highs. Okay, this is a 1, 2, or that this is going to be a new bullish market here. Okay, I have a 1, 2, 1, 2 right here right now. But if this is an ending diagonal, then a 3-wave move for a 1, you would have a 3-wave move for a 2, which this would be. You can count that 3 into a 3-wave. into a 2, and then we have a big 3 to go. It'd be another 3-wave move to the upside. All right, anyway, the whole point is this is a bullish setup. We came back to the 50% retracement, which is very typical of this full move for ending diagonal. Okay, it doesn't always set up as a 1-2 for the 618 retracement. That would be more of the scenario as a 1-2-1-2. And I'm going to change this because I don't like the second 1-2 comes really deep. Okay, so I don't like this 1-2-1-2 setup to where it's a brand new bull market. But I will say this ending diagonal situation is much more probable. And if somehow it doesn't matter what the news, if they somehow convince and say, hey, banks are okay, everything's okay in this market, and it starts taking price into accelerating to the upside, then this is what we're going to look at. All right. So this 3-way move would be a 1, and then a 3-way move down for a 2, and then a nice large 3-wave move to the upside. So that's what we're going to look at there. But the important part was this 50% retracement. That's why we had such a huge, I guess, bounce off of it. We're holding this position very well. And this is the holiday trade with all of that volume traded in there. We're pushing off of it. So have to look at that. We have our backs against it, so we know where we're wrong. All right, now if we look at the bear setup, this is our primary setup. If this is a 5-wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-wave move down for 1, then this would be a pullback to a 50, 60% retracement for wave 2, and we should be looking for that 4,000 area. All right, so it looks like this candle is nice and strong, pushing. So either one of these scenarios we're going to trade it. Whether you're bullish or bearish, it looks like we're bouncing at this point. And if we look at ES, we looked at ES last night, and we saw that this trend line here, that's all the way back from the let's pull up the weekly or even the monthly. Let's see what happens here. That is, sorry, give me 1 second. Okay, that is a trend line from the body of the low in 2008 and 2018, that low there, coming through the Corona crash, which kind of dipped under it and held here also in October. So that is what's creating the triangle. We're on it right here. And so if we go back to the daily, that coincides with the 50% retracement that we have there. And if you've watched my videos, you would see that the weekly time frame, I've had this on there for a long time. Okay. Sorry, this is so slow. Here we go. Okay, so on the weekly time frame, I've had this on here for, I mean, forever. It's been on there for so long. It came, especially we're looking at this top up here, coinciding with these tops, and we have this right here that we held on, and we're holding again. So very important area. We held it once again. We're forming a hammer candle right now on the weekly. So, you know, this might be an area to just look at. I like I said, we're still bearish on all these higher time frames, but we just want to take a look at why the market's bouncing right now. Why did we use a bullish setup? That's what I'm trying to explain to you. And going to trend is our friend once again. So again, this wedge breakdown, and we're going to be considering this a back test. We get back to this 4,000, 430 area, or even higher. little bit higher for the it's for the 4070 area right here. That's just a back test to this wedge again, and so that's very bearish for me. We start breaking above that wedge, and then we have to start getting more bullish for that scenario that I showed in the beginning. Okay. Last but not least, let's look at for our short video on YouTube for our market prep. So please subscribe if you have not already. We looked at ES and SPY, and we're looking at this triangulation, and we said if we start breaking up to the upside, we're going to take that trade and get bullish temporarily. Now, if we do our measured move for this, this would be an A, B, and now we have a 1, 2, and we have a 3 up to that 4,000 area. Some sort of consolidation pullback, 4 and 5 for our final move for the bearish count that would backtest that trend line. Okay, so that's what we'll be looking at since this breakout here. This is a 1, 2 setup. All right, and we want to look at Tesla. Tesla's not really accelerating. It should have a good day tomorrow, but what we're looking at on this setup is that we're looking at this being an A, a B, and then moving up for wave C into this this point of control, this volume node, and that's also a retracement for the 50-60% retracement as well, getting into that zone. I believe this is a 50% retracement. So we're breaking the downtrend line that was formed, and so that's why we took the trade. Maybe we only get to the options expected move tomorrow at the 184, but then we'll roll out our position into next week for the 196. Should be a nice big move here. That's also the measured move for 100% extension, equaling A. If this is a B, then the C will equal up to this 196 area as well. So lots of measure moves. Things just are symmetrical and they fit very well for this play. So that's why we took it. All right, that's it, you guys. This is a quick update so you'd have some information on what I'm thinking about. Not always just crazy bearish. We have to play to the upside also. All right, thanks for joining us.